want to share just a few of their immense accomplishments individually. Raymond was a two-time member of the Knox County Honors Band, captain of the Griffin swim team, and president of Mu Alpha Theta. Raymond is also a multi-time award winner in Science Olympiad, including multiple first-place finishes. Raymond has scored multiple 4s and 5s on advanced placement exams, as well as earning an associate's degree from Pellissippi State Community College while in high school. During that, he has amassed 65 college credits, again, while still completing his high school requirements. Raymond's accomplishments have been awarded with over $140,000 in scholarships and plans to attend the University of Tennessee to study materials science and engineering. Not to be outdone, Alexander, our other valedictorian, was the captain of our quiz bowl team and National Honor Society co-president, as well as a member of SGA. Alex has also earned the prestigious Eagle Scout Award. This year, Alex was named an AP Scholar by the College Board, as well as a National Merit finalist. Alex has amassed over $630,000 in scholarships offered. He plans to attend Vanderbilt University in the fall to study chemistry and mathematics. In true Alex and Raymond fashion, they are presenting together today.
Hello, class of 2020. I'm Raymond, and this is my friend Alexander. In scientific research, our freshman year, we all competed in a bottle rocket competition. When creating my rocket, I followed all the examples online. My vessel had perfectly cut and folded fins with a long, narrow tube on top. My classmate Jared, on the other hand, had done everything without aid. We smashed together duct tape you could almost pretend were fins, and secured everything with a variety of adhesives and paper. If I remember correctly, he even stepped on his nose cone a couple times. When the time came to launch, though, my rocket hardly rose above the ground and came crashing down. Jared's, on the other hand, shot up well above mine and hung in the air. His rocket was surprisingly one of the best in the class. The presentation of the rocket seemed structurally unfit, but it somehow rose to the top and put up a great performance. It is my belief that this class of 2020 fits this description. The messy rocket that pulled together and finished strong. Throughout the past 4 years, STEM has shaped us into this flawed, yet successful rocket. We started out as clueless freshmen, not knowing how to adjust to the new schedule, workload, social environment, or competition. One of the first challenges we encountered was in our advisory through the cardboard chair contest, where most of us sat back and watched as a few people argued about how to build a structurally sound chair. This year gave us a taste of the stress and anxiety of high school. We faced countless hours of research for National History Day, prepared ourselves for Mr. Bell's infamous research project, and tried to figure out what we were supposed to do for the Rise Nap Challenge. And what felt like already long days became even longer during afternoons in hot, broken down buses. All of these challenges made this year about survival. Out of the 156 students that came to STEM 4 years ago, many left, leaving those of us here today. This preservation mindset seeped into our sophomore year as we took on an even larger workload. The only thing more taxing than this new responsibility was listening to the freshmen complain about how much work they had. We were met with a new government teacher, the newly promoted intern, Mr. Blythe, and we quickly became his favorite class. This class is something we always looked forward to, despite the constant daily quizzes. Like all of high school, though, this year was not without its challenges. Out of nowhere, our year was thrown into chaos. The trademark mission briefings and Genius Hour selection had to be reassembled. The introduction of new leadership every month threw the whole school off balance. We also went from being the only Knox County school with an organized Quidditch club to being the only Knox County school that banned organized Quidditch after Andrew Hines got his nose broken by Nolan.
This suppression of sports would soon become a familiarity as we entered our junior year. Mr. York's crusade to eradicate spike ball from the plaza became a daily encounter for all of us. As we became some of the older students in the school, we took on new responsibilities in many clubs and organizations. This was not made easier by hours of key concepts from Mr. Griffin's classes, which kept us up late into the night. Another service our school took on during this time was exposing a flaw in Knox County School's password security system. Through the gracious sacrifice of a few students, mostly underclassmen, the school was able to uncover a poor security measure within Knox County School's system. After suffering through so much throughout the year, we were delighted when we were told that we had the fewest failing students, making us the superior grade. While these first few years felt wild and sporadic, they were nothing compared to senior year, which flipped our academic careers upside down. When we returned to STEM for a final year, we were met with Mr. Allen, our new principal, and what we could only assume was the grave of Miss Ash resting on the plaza. We were cheered up from this shock when we broke our Spirit Week tradition of getting third by winning first in a totally fair and ethical manner. Just like how the staff beat us in kickball this year in a fair and ethical manner. As seniors, we spent much of the year excited that we are finally going to graduate and move on with our life. However, this idea quickly changed on one fateful Thursday, which, unknowingly to us, would be our last day of high school. Gone were our chances to spend time with the friends and teachers we had grown to love and count on, and had made such an impact on us over the last 4 years. Gone were the fun senior traditions and events that we were eager to enjoy, just like we had watched previous classes have. Instead of celebrating what we had accomplished throughout 4 years of hard work, we were trapped at home, upset about this important time that we had missed out on. COVID-19 put a major dent in our senior year, but it is one that we have overcome, as seen by how we are speaking to you all here today. Our ability to tackle difficult situations such as this one proves that the class of 2020, despite our flaws and struggles, is ready to take on problems in the world and make a lasting impact. This can be seen today as many young people our age take on a role in the current fight against racism and police brutality. It is the job of our generation to pick up the pieces left by the mistakes of the past and shape a better future.
The American newscaster David Brinkley said, "A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him." This quote has always seemed to fit STEM, with its diverse ideologies of the student populace and creative use of the L&N station. Now more than ever, though, I encourage all of you to apply this to your life. The future of education, and the world in general, has changed. These are the bricks we have. These guidelines are what is left. It is up to us to do what we can to thrive in the world today. However, in this journey, we are not alone. We could not be here today without the loving and gracious support of teachers, staff, family, and friends. There isn't enough time to list all the people who have helped to bring us this moment, but there are a few we'd like to shout out specifically.
First, Mr. Powell, who has spent countless hours over the past 4 years dealing with scheduling and absence notes, and in general keeping the school running. Next, Mr. Arnold, whose enthusiastic and compelling teacher has been an inspiration to the both of us by going out of his way to establish a real friendship with his students. Mr. Gibson, who created an amazing band program that encompasses both the enjoyment and the rigor of an extraordinary performing arts program, which is surprising for a STEM school. Mr. Griffin, who has been an incredible senior sponsor, making our graduation and other fun senior events possible, as well as being someone who we could always come to for advice. Miss Brown, who organized this graduation and took the time to make hand-drawn diagrams explaining how it's going to work and where we need to go, and is always there to give us our words of wisdom at the end of class. And finally, Mr. Surik, who dealt with the uncontrollable teenage harassment of our end of the alphabet advisory for the past 3 years. All of you and numerous others have helped to shape us into who we are today. So thank you once again. Though we are officially leaving the STEM Academy, a major portion of our lives has been invested in this academic body. We are moving on, but we will not forget. Not to force the analogy, but just like Jared's bottle rocket, this graduation is not perfect. We're outside early in hot weather with very limited stage time. However, this graduation is still happening, and most importantly, it will survive in our memories.
Congratulations, class of 2020.